welcome to the stream, everybody! Hello and hi, and hello. Hope everyone's doing great. Hope everyone's doing fantastic today. Today we are going to continue more of Monster Prom. Now, last time that we left off, we basically were trying to get to the fairy option like we did a couple of streams ago, but unfortunately, change of plans, because we actually did one of Zoe's endings, which involves an occult. And boy, oh boy, was it kind of fun to actually do it. It was really fun for that scene. I think it was actually really fun. Really, really fun. And stuff like that. And we actually completed one of her endings, which that is good. So that's actually a plus. And we actually got to know a little bit more about her and introduced to a new character as well. And not only that, we actually unlocked a newer ability of an ending. Just like the fairy one, we actually got another earring that involves with Vera. So maybe, if by possible, we can actually get to that ending. Who knows? Who knows? But that aside, let's continue onwards and see where this goes. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, do this, do that, and a bam. There we go. Oh, whoops. Too loud. Alrighty. Let's go! Okay, so same as usual, we're gonna skip this. There we go.
All right.
And then we skip this. And then this. Oh, look, it's a little cute snowman! It's so cute! So cute. What is your soul emote? The emote that speaks the truth of your soul. Carcasson guy with a turban because F stereotypes. Snowman because that MFer is in the middle of blizzard and he's flipping smiling. He doesn't give an F about blizzards and he has a kick-A hat. I mean, he is really cute. He is basically an adorable little snowman. But you know something? I have never seen the movie Jack Frost. You know, like the movie where the guy, the family's dad has turned into a snowman and stuff. I have never seen that movie. I've never seen that movie. And like, that movie is a Hallmark? Is that how you say it? I don't know. But it's basically one of those, it's basically that program that basically sets up a whole bunch of like relationship type stuff during the holidays, especially during Christmas and everything like that, that just makes it so emotionally sad. Especially the movie Prancer. Now that movie, I have seen a little bit of that movie, and that movie is sad. Like, how on earth, how dare you make the most saddest movie of all time? Like, how dare you? How dare you? So, I have never seen that movie, and I'm gonna try to make an attempt to actually try to see it. Hopefully, I don't actually cry. But however, there is actually another Jack Frost that I actually know about, and it's actually a horror version. So actually, you got two different types of movies of Jack Frost, which is like the good sad one that's Christmassy, and then you got the horrifying terrible one. that's basically a horror movie. And I've seen like a meme where basically somebody switched the VHSs around from like both of those two different movies. And I'm just like, oh, you are you definitely want to scar someone today. Which actually kind of reminds me of that photo. Where there's like a kid that's always wanting to play on like the VR headset of the PlayStation and everything. They're like, I want to play, I want to play, I want to play. And like the older kid's like, no, you can't. And like when you add it up, it's like, alright, I'll let you play on it. I'll choose a game for you to do it. And guess what game he picked? The game that he chose was Resident Evil 7. And oh boy, I don't think she's gonna ask you ever again after that. And the fact that it's in VR headset, yeah, you're definitely gonna scar that person for a while. You're definitely gonna scar that person. Alright. Octopus emoji. Best animal on Earth. I know 5 mixed drinks, 3 drug cocktails, and 17 S positions that involves one or several octopi. I'm just gonna pick snowman. School is outdated and lame. We need a new school subject ASAP. Critical thought. I mean, dang, this country could really use a subject like that in schools. How to correctly punch a crocodile without terrible consequences. Turning people into your puppets through emotional warfare and deception 101. You know, I really honestly wish there was like a lot of like classes that would teach you like stuff that you have to prepare in like the real world and stuff. Because like I've seen this for like multiple times when I was like at my last job, that when you get a job, you're supposed to get a sheet of paper to fill out, and it's your application. It's your application to basically fill out for the job that you are actually required to hire out and everything like that. And like some of the stuff that I've seen on there is clearly 100% like you have never done this before, and you're writing the most obvious 100% answers that yeah, we're not gonna hire you. Like, we're straight up not gonna hire you. I don't remember what each person has written, but I can guarantee you there were some that were just flat out ridiculous, and it clearly does show that you were never taught by this. Like, no one has ever taught this, even for the parents themselves. You know? Which I'm honestly very lucky that I actually got a day in school where we had to fill out applications and like test and just be taught on how to do that. Because honestly, no one's gonna teach you how to fill it out correctly. Nobody's gonna teach you how to fill out an application correctly when you're probably wanting to go to a restaurant or work at the movies or basically anywhere else, gas stations, etc., etc. Like, nobody's gonna teach you how to fill out an application and you're just gonna wing it, you know? You can't just wing it. You gotta be taught on how to fill out an application. And I'm very much lucky that I was taught on how to fill one out and everything like that. Because I have seen so many people that has filled out very much incorrectly, and it is guaranteeing them 100% that they're not going to get a job. So I really wish there were schools that would actually do that as well. Like, really teach kids on how to fill out an application just like they would do in the real world. Because that would definitely help them 100%. And also, another big thing that I really don't like, cursive. Oh my gosh, cursive. People need to teach kids at an early age on how to cursive. I had to be taught on how to cursive in like 4th grade. I had to learn how to do cursive in 4th grade. And like, it is a thing that you have to do. Like 100% when you grow up. You have to learn how to do cursive. Okay? Because it is very important. Especially when you're doing important papers and everything like that. But no, they don't. They never teach kids on how to do that. And I'm just like, are you serious? Like, are you for real? Like, they don't teach kids how to do cursive. At all. And I just really wish that they would actually teach these kids so that way they won't struggle on stuff like this. And it's just like little things like that I really wish that they would actually include. Some schools actually do this, some schools don't, but I really wish they would apply that to all schools, that you have to learn how to cursive no matter what, and also learn how to fill out a job application and a bunch of other things as well. Like, it is like a necessary thing you have to do. Like, I really wish they would actually do that. But no, they don't. They honestly don't. They really just don't. They honestly just don't. And I'm really disappointed that I've been hearing rumors that they don't do school field trips anymore. Like, that is just sad. That's like the best thing about going to school, is that you get to have a free day, go on a bus, and go like to a random place, whether it be a zoo, whether it be a park, whether it just be like anywhere else, and like you get to like learn, you get to actually hang out with your friends, go on like do like awesome things, like go to the movies and stuff. Like, that's awesome. And like, kids don't do that? There's no more field trips? No more fun days? Like, I've heard some schools actually do this. And it's just like, that's like the best part of like any day, just to have a day to go out and have fun on a field trip. Like, that is crazy. It's honestly really crazy. Let's do crocodile. If you were a D&D character, what would be your class? The prettiest one, fanfic bard, gun haver, automedian, obscured moment grammar, money maker. So you want to be Monopoly Man? This one? Oh. That's okay. Okay. What criteria would you use to name your children? My name plus 2 the second. Something simple and friendly like Bobby or Mary. The name of my favorite ship like Galvagis, Derry, or Narfield. Meh, no name. It's just too much work. Just a swear word? Oh no. That is the worst. Child plus current vision based on birth order. Maybe something simple. Of course it would be Scott. Of course it will be Scott with this one.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna go to cafeteria. We're gonna go to the library to get money. That day, you spend some time on the library's PC playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? It's time it paid off, so F it. You gain 2 money. Against the expected, you spot Scott and Lemmy engaging in what it seems to be an intense conversation. You seem so into it that you can't resist the urge to ask them what's going on. We're discussing this recent novel, Two Lights. Oh my god, I remember this. Okay. It isn't just a novel, it's a rad movie with lots of cool dudes with amazing abs. Well, it's actually based on a novel, and it's anything but rad. It's total trash.
Oh, ironic.
But I decide to like it ironically. The thing is, there's this human girl with two guys who like her. Yep, straight up reference to Twilight. Straight up reference. You know, I'm gonna say this now, and probably I already said it before. I am never gonna watch Twilight. I am never gonna watch Twilight. Like, I know it's like a vampire movie, and I'm kind of sort of like in the mood of watching like a lot of vampire movies and stuff, like Van Helsing. I saw Nosferatu of all three of them. I saw Dracula. Like, I've seen like a bunch of vampire movies, and probably one that I will never watch is Twilight. Like, I was in the middle of the hype during the whole parade of all the fangirls at the movie theaters, where basically they were winning a war between which one's prettier and which one the human girl was going to win over. Was it going to be the wolf gang, or was it going to be the vampire gang? Against the war between wolves and vampires in the midst of it. And honestly, I'm not going to watch that, because honestly, it just looks very cringe and very uncomfortable for me to actually watch. And besides, if I was ever going to watch a vampire movie, I want there to be loads of ketchup and loads of fights, maybe a little bit of a romance, but not to the extreme. But yeah, that's the type of vampire movie that I would actually be watching. Not some cringy romance that Twilight is. Unless, of course, the vampire movie is a bit of like a comedy, maybe I'll watch it. But anything else, I don't want anything that looks like Twilight. A little cringe romance. Which honestly, I'm not very much of a person that's into romantic movies sometimes. But it morely depends on what the romantic movie, in my opinion, of what it is. Like, for example, Lizzie at Frankenstein. Alright, let's go. But the guys are part of two enemies, human races. The wild, shirtless humans and the mysterious, deep-looking, giving humans. And it seems these type of humans can't stand each other. Okay, I already read this one, so I'm just gonna skip it. Just go with this. Whatever, I already read this, so we're not actually gonna go with this. Oh, I see it. A new one's passage involves the characters of Two Lights, throwing a new light over their fears and desires, and studying their relationships. Wait. It is fanfic. Are you trying to trick me into writing fanfics? No way, Lemmy! He just told us it isn't fanfic. But you see, my dear Scott, it's actually a trick. Oh snap, I have no idea! But now I see it clearly. It's a trick because you're smart and you say it's a trick. Tricks are not cool, bro.
I'm out.
I must agree. Tricks are not cool, therefore you are not cool. Therefore you lose 2 smarts and 1 fun. I was not going for this route anyway. Alright, cafeteria!
Alright.
Show me that money.
Okay, let's see. We need a 10 for this. Ah, we needed one more! Okay. So, if we can actually go to the library again and get this again, we'll actually do this route. If by possible. Okay, let's go. Let's just hope it's not the library. Yeah, I think we have enough. Yes.
Alright.
Okay. That day, you spend some time on the library's PC, spending marginless spam emails in hopes of selling other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such blatant scam? You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares, and you gain 2 money. You notice Damien and Lemmy arguing as intensely as they are stupidly. You're not unique! I'm effing unique! Whoa! Lemmy's outfit, cool. Ha, you wish. I'm unique like a snowflake made of flash frozen tears. While I'm unique like a snowflake made of flash frozen F you. I'm so unique, I eat garlic with every meal. Big deal, I'm so unique, I got a tattoo of the baby Jesus on my buns. Yawn, I'm so unique, I let my victims that's my blood. Wink, I'm so unique, I go to church every Sunday. Okay.
Oh.
Hey, I'd do that too if I wasn't allergic. Would not. Would too.
What a noob.
Feed me, a turd.
Lame.
Don't tip me. Me stuffle loser. This could go on forever, and if it does, you'll never get the smooch either of them. It's up to you to put an end to this debate once and for all. You should just decide the issue by number of Momentgram followers, tomb robber contest. Robber contest? Tomb robbery? That's extremely problematic. You expect me to defile the remains of my undead brethren?
What a tryhard.
Just to win a contest? Oh, whoops.
Rad!
Sounds rad to me. I rob tombs all the time, like for groceries and stuff. That's where I got my pet talking skull. That thing hates me. Well, I won't do it. I have principles. Looks like I win by default then, bad boy. Ooh.
I'm out.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go F up some ancient graves anyway for laughs. You'll probably be cursed for generations for giving Damien the idea, but at least Damien likes you. You gain 2 creativity and 1 boldness.
Alright.
Okay, let's go to class.
What's up?
Let's get it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It was right here! Oh, you changed it, didn't you? Wait, what about paper map? Have we done paper map before? Let me see. No, we haven't. Okay, let's do it. Map.
Later, Gator.
I'm always amazed at how people keep coming and buying all this stupid intriguing.
All right.
Okay, I guess we'll just go to a random one. When you arrive at Scott and Calculus's table, Scott isn't there. He comes back when you sit down, clearly delighted. Wow, that's a cool jacket! Wow, I love all these characters, these character designs. From like the first one, we only get to like see like a couple of like here and there, but like in this round, we get to see like cool outfits from characters and stuff. That's really cool. I really like the DLC, bringing new events, bringing new characters and everything and cool designs. That's so cool. Oh man, everybody's buns smell great today. It's like a bouquet, banquet of buns, a banquet. And look at this, Blue is here too. Hey Blue, I bet you also have a bun for me sniff. Scott, I advise you to terminate your current course of action. What? Translating previous utterance into Scott's readable format. One moment, please. Let me make this simplified for you. Scott, smelling buns equals bad. But how can smelling buns be bad when smelling buns is good? It is not good, it is bad. See? Also, uncouth, invasive, and totally nasty.
What?
But. Either Scott is malfunctioning or he's just been distracted by some fun new buns. Either way, you need to find a way to resolve this dispute. Oh my god. You don't understand, Calculaster. You use complex analytic software to understand your surroundings. Scott's complex analytic software is smelling buns. Calculaster is right, Scott. You got to be polite and respect people's privacy. Why not present them with an official form? We requested a bun smelling. I'll just go here. Probability of furtive unlikely live demonstration required. What? Translating. One moment, please. Go smell a bun, Scott. That's a good boy. You don't have to tell me twice. Technically, yes, I did. Please report back with all bun-related findings.
Awesome, bro.
You don't have to tell me 3 times. Here I go. Scott sticks his nose in Matt the Soggoth unspeakable see, and then hightails it back to your table. Oh my god. What did I do? Now, Scott, please share what you have learned. Well, Matt spent first period in haunted math, and skip second period to devour souls underneath the bleachers. He's 10,000 years old, he's a Capricorn, and his favorite TV show is The Great British Bake Off. Whoa. Also, his farts smell like barbecue sauce and ghosts.
Critical levels of awesomeness detected.
My sensors confirm your report. I suppose there is more than one way to smell a bun, as they say. There is? The fact alone is enough to make Scott as happy as you've ever seen him. Nice work.
All right.
Okay, so hopefully we have enough time. Have enough days to actually do this. So let's go to class. That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forgot that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. A little later, you're standing around trying to figure out what to do with this map you bought when Dyla appears to assault you with her personality. Oh, cool! We have her! Nice! Ah, stunning a map I see. This can only mean one thing. Clearly, you are a master technician. Tactician. You point out that there are actually several things it could mean. For example, maybe you're lost, or looking for treasure, or trying to figure out what the heck to do with a paper map. Simple. Make it into an airplane and let it fly! Ha! Your tactical genius is matching only by your sense of humor. It's the 21st century. Cell phones can do all of the things you described. No, in this modern era, the only reason to study a paper map is to check the efficacy of one's battle tactics, a thing which you were clearly doing. Honestly, it's probably easier to just roll with it. You admit that yes, you are in fact a gifted military technician. I'm sorry if I'm getting these words wrong. Fantastic! Just as I suspected. And a good thing too, as I am in need of the service of one such as yourself for my imminent takeover of the 8th Circle of Heck. Our first task, improving my army. It has to be in tip-top shape if we're to have any hope of crushing the Lavi family. You're probably even less qualified to do this than you are to be a student at this school. But hey, it feels good to be needed. You agreed to help. Luckily, you don't have to figure this out all on your own. Scott and Lemmy happen to be passing by, so you flagged them down. They can't possibly be any worse than you, right?
Hey!
Do you guys need help with a thing? I love helping! And I am eager to supply my opinions on whatever it is you are doing. Help me! Scott! Yes, my man! Let us fist bump so hard we feel it in our entire skeletons. And Lemmy, let us gaze longingly into each other's eyes until we feel it in our...
I'm out.
What? Haha! Yes! What? Indeed. What was I talking about? Ah, yes, my army. Improving it! Let us conquer a storm within our collective brains. You're no Tekken, but you're not above taking a little inspiration from the classmates in front of you. You suggest. Every team needs motivation, and an army is just another kind of team. Nothing says motivation like a fun, silly mascot. Read Swedish poetry to them. You know what? Flip it. I'm reading poetry.
Aw.
But how is poetry supposed to whip my army into a killing frenzy? Have you heard about the ancient book of all time, The Art of War by Sun Tzu? Have you heard about that book? It'll probably be a great gift for you. Not poetry, Dulua. Swedish poetry. The poetry that brought us the Norse gods and death metal. Great Ghost of Hades! That seems like powerful stuff. Are you sure you're qualified to read it? Let me get my translator out. I am qualified to read it. Huh. I have a blog, Diala. I'm qualified to read whatever I want. Okay, good, Lemmy. Read it. Farewell. Unleash the poetry, you ass little purple gummy bear. What? Yeah, exactly. What? Anyways, yeah, ignore that part. Lemmy clears his throat, pulls up some Swedish poetry on his phone, and begins to read. What does he read? A torrent of blood and access issues from his open mouth. Diala's army, which was here the whole time, I guess, is very motivated. Wait, there was an army behind us this entire time? What? Ha-ha! Excellent, Damien, and those weakling he calls his fathers won't stand a chance against my 1,000 blades. Whoa! Are you planning to kill Damien's entire family? Yeah. Why? Whoa, cool! He'll have so much more time to hang out with us! Oh, Scott. You sweet Scott. I dragged you into this, I'm sorry. Indeed, but best of all, it warms your heart to see Diala so excited about her bloodthirsty soldiers. You gain 2 bonus and 1 charm.
Alright.
Okay, so let's see. Let's go to class again. That day, the teacher is just tired of teaching, so she recurred to the classic technique of not giving an S and put on some kind of historical TV show for you to watch. Oh my god. Oh man, I remember my freshman year. I remember my freshman year in high school where our coach, there was a lot of like teachers that were coaches for like sports and stuff. And obviously, they were more focused on, like, coaching rather than, like, teaching. Where there were, like, some that were just like, okay, I'm gonna be teaching y'all and stuff like that. But then there were some that really just doesn't give an F, you know? And just, like, puts on, like, puts on the projector and just let us watch whatever, you know? And that was basically one of them that I had during my first period in during my freshman year, because I learned, like, nothing in his class, except for, like, okay, you gotta fill out, he's like, okay, you gotta finish up these questions, and then that's it. You're done for the day. Finish these 3 questions on this book, and then be done. That's literally what he told us. Literally. True, there may be, like, some points here and there where he teach, like, a little bit, but the moral of it is that he literally lets us watch Mythbusters. I'm not even joking. He let us sit and watch Mythbusters during the first period. And it was awesome! And maybe some movies too, but that's, like, very rare. Like the Little Rascals or something like that, you know? But yeah, I have not learned anything. Maybe, like, a few things here and there from that class, but, like, not very much. Not very much. But he was basically one of those teachers that was more focused on his actual current role rather than, like, anything else. Which, honestly, that's not the only other teacher that I had. I had another teacher, like, 2 years later, where literally he was just more focused on, like, his job of what he's doing, rather than, like, teaching us of what we're supposed to be doing. Because usually we just do, like, one simple thing, which is just like, okay, you gotta make a paragraph, you gotta make a PowerPoint, and give us, like, reasoning. And that's what we've been doing this entire time throughout the entirety of the year. Simple, easy A, and he just does his thing. So I basically had not one, but 2 teachers that just literally was like, okay, like, I want to do my thing, but y'all just, like, do whatever. But not to the extreme. I'll let y'all watch TV and just do some simple stuff here and there. And let y'all pass. But there were, like, a few coaches that I actually had during some of my class time. During my class periods, where they're like, okay, let's learn about some stuff, okay? I know I'm coaching and teaching and stuff, but I'm also wanting to teach y'all and stuff for y'all to actually learn and stuff. And that's what I actually did. Like, there were some that I actually had that would actually teach us, and then there were some that, yeah, they didn't teach us as much. But we watched Mythbusters, and that was something to teach about. We learned about actual things. About Mythbusters and stuff. So yeah, I had those types of teachers. What you don't expect is that it's super effective. God bless the golden era of television. The TV shows is compelling thanks to the ridiculous amount of and bloodshed, but at the same time, you actually learn a lot about history. You gain 2 smarts. But all of that becomes irrelevant as soon as dialogue comes rushing in and traps you in a affectionate headlock. What? Blue Dragon, my grand visor. How in the 9 hex are you? Good? Can you let go of me? I've been looking all over for you because, as you surely remember, you pledged to help me in my conquest of the 8th circle of heck. Yeah. You made no such pledge, but it is sort of endearing how she assumes you agreed to a thing just because she's excited about it. Yeah, I didn't agree to any of this. I was basically dragged into this. My army is in rare fighting form thanks to your groundbreaking innovations, but there is still work to be done. You need to scream and go for your army? It is not enough that I strengthen my own army. I must finish the army of Damien LaVie. Alright, this is all in the service of murdering your classmate Damien and destroying everything he loves. Well, you know what they say, whatevs. What the heck. If Spooky has taught you anything, it's that 3 heads or 4 heads or 1,000 heads are better than 1. So you rope in the 2 smartest people you know. Oh God, is it Scott? Nope. Vera and Calculaster. Okay, this is a good duo. Yes, this is a good duo. Yes. Very, very good. Wait, is basically all the classmates are just gonna... Are all the classmates basically going to be, like, in to, like, to take over Damien? Is this what it is? Or all the classmates are just gonna sabotage Damien? Is this where it's going? As an enlightening businesswoman, I am more than happy to sell out my friend Damien if the price is right. How is a half a penny sound to you? As a soulless automation, my concept of friendship is shaky at best. How may we assist you, friend Dyla? Simple! All you need is a foolproof strategy for wiping out the Lavi's legions once and for all. Well, when she puts it that way, it really is simple. All you've got to do is build a very powerful bomb and then distinguish it with a wig and some lipstick so the legions think it's a assy demon they all want to kiss. Hire Dante Alighieri as your heck consulate. You know, this reminds me of something. Okay, so, years ago, during my era as a child, when I was basically watching a lot of Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, and Scooby-Doo, because I was that type of person that would watch those shows. Like, I was the type of kid that would just sit in front of the TV and watch, like, all kinds of cartoons and stuff like that. To a limit, that is. But I was basically a type of person that loved Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, and Scooby-Doo. I grew up in that era, and I loved it. And everything like that. But there is a movie in Scooby-Doo that is a reference to this, which is really much my favorite one out of, like, most of the Scooby-Doo ones that I've seen, which is the Goblin King. Hold on, let me see. What is the name of it? Let me see. Is it literally called the Goblin King? Is it literally called the Goblin King? Yep, it's literally called Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King. Okay. So yeah, basically that is like one of my favorite Scooby-Doo movies. And basically what it is that Scooby and Shaggy has to go through so much trouble to save the world from a person that wants to take over the world by being the new Goblin King. And in order to do that, they have to go to the Goblin Palace and do some heroic stuff and stuff. It's been a while since I've, like, known the plot and stuff. But it was, like, really cool. It was a really cool Halloween movie and stuff. And I remember that there was a scene where Scooby and Shaggy has met these witches. And the witches actually do help them get to the Goblin Palace. But in order to actually go into it, they have to drink this potion. And this potion basically transformed them into a disguise of just them being Velma and Daphne. And they just walk in no problem. That's what it reminds me of. That little like thing, that's what it reminds me of. That straight up just reminds me of that. Of them drinking a potion, and then they're just both Velma and Daphne, and they just like walk in no problem. I really need to revisit that movie. I really do want to watch a lot of Scooby-Doo movies. They're really fun. I really like them. I love Scooby-Doo! But I want to see where this one goes. I want to see where this one goes. I wonder if this is a reference to, DMC. I wonder if this is a reference to DMC. Oh, of course! Dante is an excellent consultant. I worked with him when he designed my amusement park, Hack World. This is happy news indeed. Please summon this powerful ally to aid us. Yeah, I'm actually just going to text him. 1 second. Why is he sad? Oh wow, you're going to love this. He says the 8th circle of heck is probably the easy one to take over. See, the 8th circle is devoted entirely to dishonesty, so it's basically like opposite day down there 24/7. All you have to do is tell them you're definitely going to invade. They won't believe you, and then they'll be totally surprised when you actually do it. Okay, that's simple.
You're OP!
Brilliant! I don't see how this plan could possibly fail. Thank you, allies, for your aid. The 8th circle will be mine. Friend Vera, as long as you have Dante on the phone, could you ask him something for me? Sure. Shoot. Do robots go to heck? Oh. Calculaster. Oh. He said it depends. Are you Italian? My parents speak Italian, but I myself am Chinese. Okay, he says that's a little bit of a gray area. Everyone he met when he was in heck was from Italy, though, so you're probably good.
I am happy.
This is wonderful news! Almost as wonderful as the way Dyla is looking at you right now. It's super intense, but you kind of like it. You gain two boldness and 1 charm. Cool.
All right.
Okay. Let's go to this table. You arrive at Zoe and Vera's table, excited to... Whoa! That's a really cool shirt. That's a really cool button-up shirt. Nice. We're not doing anything suspicious. Okay, when somebody says that, that means you're doing suspicious stuff. What are you doing? Zoe... And we definitely don't have a fellow student in a cage under this table. You have a fellow student in a cage under the ceiling. It's useless, Vera. Blue is too preceptive. We have got to come clean. Yes, the problem is clearly that blue is too preceptive. But I suppose we have no choice. Look under the table. Oh no. Don't tell me it's one of the... Don't tell me what I think it is. Zoe and Vera do... Zoe and Vera do indeed seem to have cage a fairy under the table. Okay, I thought it was Scott. She's filthy, miserable, and covered in glitter. Fairies cry glitter. Do they? We took her as a prisoner during the last food war, you know, for leverage. I didn't think anything of it at the time because taking/tormenting prisoners is just a thing you do as an elder god. But that was 3 days ago, and she's starting to smell. We've got to figure out something else to do with her. We could let her go. But what if it's an evil fairy? What if this fairy is evil? No. I fail to see how that profits me. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, what should we do then? The prisoner is probably stinky because she's lonely. Give her a companion to keep her company. Use Fish's psychological manipulation to turn her into a sleeper agent, of course. Probably need a friend? It's like I always used to say when I was a dark manifestation of hatred and madness.
Spoiler alert, you rock!
Misery loves company, and I love misery. You want another prisoner, sorry? A prisoner is a big responsibility, you know. Who's going to clean up after it? Who's going to feed it? That's the cool part. If my prior experience as a mistress of extreme pain is anything to go by, they'll feed on each other. What? That is an interesting cost-cutting measure. Then it's agreed. Oh, I love doing good deeds. And you love letting your hot friend think she's doing a good deed so you can hopefully switch her later. Everybody wins.
All right.
Okay. So let's see. Fun. Let's go to the auditorium. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muse themselves have descended to give you a... Why? We've been doing this like 3 times. I'm skipping this. You gain 2 creativity. That's the 3rd time I got that. You see Dyla talking to Miranda and Zoe off to one side. When Dyla notices you, she grabs you by the neck and hauls you over. Ow.
Make some space for Dahlia!
Speak of the devil. Here's my master Tacanian/World Advisor Blue. Huzzah! I must say that your new Dominion suits you, Princess Muscles. Oh, she doesn't wear anything. She doesn't have a costume. Would have been nice to see you in a costume. And what? Think Advisor, I ship that. Yeah, with Blue's brilliant tactics, my takeover of the 8th circle is all but absurd. Our victory over the lobbies will be legendary. We will smash them. We will crush them. We will smush them. The Halbars will sing of it. Oh joy, I do love all this talk of smashing and crushing, But tell me, Princess Muscles, what shall be your first decree as ruler of the 8th Circle? Yes, my first decree. I've put a lot of thought into that. I'm going to make it so everyone has to... Yeah, okay, Dyla obviously hasn't put any thought into this at all, but it's also obvious that she really wants to do a good job in her new role. She's so cute with her big dreams of domination, and her ever big muscles. You can't just let her fumble through this. You're her advisor, apparently, so go on, advise her. Okay? Fight gentrification by stretchily regulating new condo developments, which will ultimately lead to rampant property speculation and displacement of long-time residents. Free Wi-Fi! Whatever this is. Of course! Gentrification has been a real hot button issue in Heck ever since the offices of a certain big tech corp moved there. All those tech employees demanding artisanal torment boutiques and leaving their electric scooters everywhere. That sounds like a nightmare. No, it's not a nightmare. That's the problem. Heck is supposed to be a nightmare. All the new residents keep lobbying the city council to remove everything that makes Heck Heck. No more acid rain. No more random lashings with whips made of hot magma and your father's disapproval. Heck used to be cool, but now it's just another hot real estate opportunity. But you will change all of that, yes, by creating thoughtful zones, laws that preserve affordability for existing residents while allowing neighborhoods to change and grow?
This is war!
I will change all of that with my fists! That sounds even better! You know what? It really does. And you have to admit, thinking about Dyla demolishing a bunch of buildings with her bare hands is making you a little bit unbothered. You gain 2 bonus and 1 creativity. Okay, so she's not here, so I think I have to go alone. Let's try that.
Sure thing.
Let's go.
Alright.
Okay, you asked nobody to prom because you've grown fond of Dyla lately. And if she prefers spending prom night conquering the 8th circle of Heck, so be it. Here you are, my loyal Takanation. Before charging into war, I want to tell you I admire you. Wow. Your wits, your resolve. I truly am fortunate to call you my second in command. If we are bound to perish, I will die proud of fighting a just battle with such great allies by my side.
Hey, noobs.
Hey, what's up? Nope. Damien! What are you doing here? Has someone revealed our plans? We might have lost the element of surprise, but we surely haven't lost the element of punching! What? Nyla punches Damien quite hard. Oh my god! Oh my god! Stop! Are you back at it again with all this conquering the 8th circle of heck thing? You can bet I effing am! I don't effing care! I have enough on my plate exploring my own truth. Trying to figure out if I want to be the heir to the throne or if I should seek a career of my own. For what it's worth, I'm effing fine throwing some election. Democracy is metal. Just, I don't know. Can we just like grab a coffee and talk about it at another time?
Oh, man.
I guess I could. But then, what should I do? I prepare all my life to take over the Livy clan.
Go get a life.
You could start by relaxing a effing bit and enjoying life for a change. Monster Prom is coming up. Why don't you just go and have a nice time? Man, Damien's just slapping reality. Just like, who flipping cares? Enjoy life! Go to prom! Wherever this guy is. But how? With whom? Maybe you're second in command here? What about Blue? If this FO was ready to die for you at war, odds are he would be pretty okay with going with you to prom. Oh, Blue, would you? Effing yeah, you would do!
Today, we died in hell!
Woohoo! Prom is rad! You and Dyla have the time of your lives. It hurts a lot since Dyla strongly believes a suplex counts as a dance move. She can get so intense, you're kind of learning to love that. At some point, she summons her army and tries to conquer prom. Yes, get the crown, my queen! That's so, Dyla. Yeah! Make us prom king and queen! But you tell her it doesn't work that way. She's understanding. Aw. In the end, as fierce as she might be, she always seems open to listen and trust her advisors and close friends. Aww. She really cares in her own way, and you think in the end, it might be that she has ended up conquering you. Aww. Aw, that's so sweet. That's a sweet little touch of an ending. Aww. Past it being alone. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Lami and Scott co-write a weird, cheesy fanfic of 2 lights that became unexpectedly popular, to the point it turns into a well-known novel of its own. Half of the characters are shirtless for all the right reasons. Vera kept being fierce, strongly, and stunning. Some haters once said adult life would put that mean bee in her place. But you know what? Vera ended up making adult life her own bee. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy. Because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the Merkingdom. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed largely than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we're ready to start.
I'm gonna take you all tonight on scary walk in the park. You will see how we have fun alright when sunlight's gone. It's time for dark. But feelings to vanish. The fun is to flourish. Checking at the entrance right on time. Got you talkies, got your glass. Just try to loosen up your mind. Get ready for effing these blasts. But feelings to vanish. The fun is to flourish.
Nice. You have unlocked one new image in the gallery. Well, let's see. It's probably the last one at the bottom. Ooh, here. Concept for different monsters as fellow students. Ooh. Beholder. Alternatively, if you prefer a body, it can be a Cyclops. Light Stitch, just a gloovy skeleton, but hey, silly name. Or Hetero? Okay. Was gonna do Goblin, but they're too short. A spectral flame in armor that's trying to pass as casual, maybe speaks all caps. Cool. Nice. And we also got an ending. Yay! Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alrighty. So with that being said, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm probably going to have to end you guys. We did a lot today. We actually got one of the other endings, which is Dala from the map and stuff, which we learned about a little bit of Dala and stuff, and and we learned about what it is, and we got a new ending. Which honestly, that ending is really sweet. I really like that ending. That ending is just like very sweet and subtle. I like that. Really, really sweet. And everything like that. So yeah, probably for like next time we'll definitely go to like another different route. We'll probably choose like another different ending and stuff like that. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Probably when we do it on like Monday or so. Because tomorrow I will be playing a different game, but we will return definitely. So yeah. So with that being said, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm probably going to have to end here, guys. Tomorrow I'll be playing another game. I'll let you guys know on Twitter and Instagram on when I'm going to be live. We will return to this game. Do not worry. We will return to this game. We're not finished of it and anything like that. And please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are on this world. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see y'all laters. Bye! Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. 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 Bye.